Hey YouTube, Derek again. What you're looking at is my soldering kit that I had from my days of plumbing. We did a ton of soldering because we did a lot of like 2-inch copper pipe on a lot of boilers and things like that. Obviously you do soldering in plumbing, but a lot of people these days are kind of doing Pecs. The company I worked for like to do everything in copper. Probably because it makes more money. But anyway, it's not all soldering stuff. A lot of it's just kind of like plumbing specific tools. I've got a lot of tools, but these are just kind of like specific to plumbing soldering stuff, plus other things that I only really use in the world of plumbing. So I'll unload it. First thing, obviously, Flux. Fun little trick if you're not doing it already. Maybe you don't know about it. Heat up the end of your 1/2-inch copper pipe, stick it through the Flux tub so that you have nice easy access but still close if you spill it. Pipe dope, solder, plumber's putty, putting in sinks and things like that. Copper cutters, obviously the adjustable variety by Rigid, really nice set. But I have these reed close cutters that for whatever reason I always used all the time instead. Angle stop puller, quarter turn valve puller, whichever you want to call it. Just some scratch cloth, PTFE tape, pipe thread tape, I don't know why I couldn't remember the name of it. More scratch cloth, then some seal, like rubber seal grease. That's come in handy quite a few times. Saved me from going to the store to buy parts. Big like 2-inch, I think I can do up to 2.5-inch with these close cutters. It's got they're the reed tool, got this reamer inside of it, which is pretty neat. But instead of using that, I typically use this reamer here. Yeah, if you don't already know this was a lesson I had to learn the hard way. Flux is a bad acid that eats stuff away, and it ate that away. I don't plumb anymore, so it's okay. Not a big deal. Just some more Flux brushes. Always have more of those around. Got a couple more things in the middle here. I'm just going to put these right back. But the shark bite pullers, weren't allowed to use shark bites at one of the companies I worked for. Sure would have been nice. But a nice mirror so that I can get behind a joint, make sure it's all soldered up good before I turn water back on. Ooh, lifesavers, jet sweats. Really well used because I had to use them so many times. Had to buy a new rubber seal for this one, but it's 1/2, 3/4, and 1-inch. Really nice to have. Definitely ought to get yourself a pair. This wrench, I think I found was useless more than anything. It's the Rigid, it's like an angle stop wrench, pretty much. Yeah, they call it the one-stop wrench. There you can see that. I don't know, it's kind of useless, I think. It didn't fit on half the angle stops we installed, but anyway, so yeah, one of the first tools I bought when I started plumbing. But, you know, it was alright. I still used it when I was putting on a lot of angle stops, doing like a trim job on a house. Some more thread tape. Wire brushes, 3/4 and 1/2-inch. Milwaukee Pecs cutters. If you're doing any kind of Pecs work, oh, wonderful tool to have. Super great. Can't pass up the Milwaukee Pecs cutters. Tub and shower drain tool. Honestly, never actually used that. I hardly ever touched tubs and showers. 1.5-inch brush. Ooh, this is neat. We added this one supplier that I bought a lot of hydronic air conditioners from. Sold these impact driver wire brushes. Super nice for when you're doing a lot of copper work. Just a scraper, scraping toilets. Don't worry, I've used this for so many other things since I actually use it to scrape the gaskets off of the toilet flanges. That it's clean now. I've used it. And then just some PVC pipe cutters and the obligatory ink saw markers. So yep, this is just a Husky tool bag, probably like freaking 16, 20 bucks, something like that from Home Depot. But yeah, you know, if you're just looking into getting into plumbing and you want a good, like, you want to build your soldering kit, super awesome thing to go with. I went through like 3 different styles. I used the toolbox that I had ever since I was a little kid that my dad gave me some screwdrivers in. Then I moved on to another box. Then I moved on to a tray. Then I finally settled on this. And that's what I like the most because it kept everything well organized. And oh, and I forgot, of course, my torch. How is it a soldering kit without the torch? Well, I was using it tonight and it was over somewhere else. I took it out. Just some Coleman freaking camp stove fuel because I don't have any more butane left. But yeah, so this was really nice. The kind of the field supervisor found this one day, and when I first started, he came and gave it to me because I needed a torch, and it was super nice of him. It worked. I used it ever since he gave it to me. I mean, yeah, I've thought about buying another one, but especially now that I'm not in plumbing anymore, I'm not gonna buy another one. But there's nicer ones out there than this. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, that's my stuff. You know, it's kind of a good collection of tools to have. I'm sure I'm missing a couple of things. Invaluable tool. I mean, every plumber needs to have one of those, even if you're just starting out. 2-inch cutters, not so important. But anyway, moving on, ending this video. Thank you for watching. I'm Derek. If you want to see more videos, mostly what we're doing right now is like welding projects, tractors, cars, just kind of general handyman stuff. But we do a lot of cool stuff. So if you want to see more, please go ahead and hit subscribe, and we'll see you later.